Andrew Tate, known around the world for his sensible...
Why is pedophilia bad?
Rational.
If he were to start lying and saying, I'm f***ing all these 16-year-old women or 18-year-old women, whatever the law is in America. 18?
It's 18 usually. You get married at 16.
All right, in Romania it's 16, sorry.
And of course, socially acceptable.
You're hot. So I messaged her. She's like, I'm only 16. I was like, give a f***. Know about me. 21, I don't care.
Takes. All right. As we all know, Andrew Tate is somewhat of a religious individual. Okay. He is a force for good in this world. I'm kidding. I'm a joke. This is a joke. It's a bit. But more, or at least, lesser known than Andrew is his brother Tristan. All right. And Tristan, in released court documents, okay, there's a lot of context to what I'm about to get into, but in released court documents, Tristan Tate has been very heavily implicated. It now makes complete sense as to why Tristan Tate is equally implicated in the cases against the Tate brothers. All right, for those who don't know, it's not just Andrew who is facing a legal battle. Not at all. Both him and Tristan are entwined in this battle. A lot of people position, kind of posture as though, oh, Tristan, Andrew's a little crazy, Andrew's a little wild, he's a little wacky, but Tristan, he's the rational, sensible one, right? Tristan didn't, other people kind of emphasize, like, Tristan didn't convert to Islam. He's like a Christian or something like that. At the end of the day, these two are both very, very similar individuals, and the biggest similarity that I identify between them is their amoral disposition, okay? They do not subscribe in all truth, in reality. They do not subscribe to any moral code that isn't self-serving, all right? That isn't just straight, how can I get what I want in whatever way I want it? And the true reflection, the true facing the mirror of this reality is honestly best, I would say, demonstrated by these court documents, okay? It is, once again, a true and honest atrocity exhibition to read through these correspondences with victims, alleged victims of the Tate brothers, okay? And I apologize, but I am going to be subjecting you to that today. Here's the official document, okay? You should be able to find it online yourself, although the Tates, it seems like they successfully coordinated with their lawyers to have this gagged, to have it pulled off of most of the websites holding it. However, there are ways to nab it. The way that I got it was by talking with Gadget, okay? Gadget, who is our designated Tate correspondent, all right? He is truly doing the Lord's work in documenting the transgressions of these individuals, man. But yeah, there is a lot to unpack here, but I am going to be effectively emphasizing, highlighting, and just portraying the reality of the relationship that, according to this document, Tristan Tate had with a 16-year-old, okay? And the thing that will jump out at you, I think, right away will be the absolute indifference to the law or to any kind of consequence for these actions. Oh yes, there's many things outlined in this. It is basically a almost a summary of a lot of the general transgressions being, levied at the Tates. 3 women in the UK separately reported Andrew Tate to UK authorities for rape and physical abuse in 2014 and 2015. The UK prosecutors declined to prosecute in 2019, and the women are now suing civilly. The civil suit claims Tate choked them until blood vessels burst in their eyes, beat them with a belt, them numerous times, and coercively controlled them. Obviously, these are allegations that, as far as I'm aware, have not been fully elucidated in court. But, oof, man, I hate, these are bad. This is a allegedly leaked audio recording of Andrew Tate. He was messaging this on WhatsApp to one of the women who is now claiming that he basically assaulted her, where he says, am I a bad person? Because, honestly, I want to find it. I don't want to say it. Okay, here we go.
You didn't like that I was thinking I can do whatever I want to. That's what it is. I'm the smartest person on this planet.
Yeah, this is probably, I guess, the Achilles heel of the Tates, but also certainly of many criminals and just people who, transgress in such aggressive ways. But not just overcompensation, but the overestimation of their own intelligence, which in a lot of ways, these guys are very short-sighted. They make very short-sighted, short-term thinking decisions, right? And obviously, so many of the mistakes that they have literally voluntarily documented through creating courses, through going on interviews, through bragging about all their transgressions, so many of these things have now come to be used against them in these court cases. In a lot of these circumstances, you have the Tates pretty overtly just stating exactly what they are doing, which in a lot of cases is illegal. But this is a case where this is basically an alleged leaked WhatsApp correspondence from Tate to another woman.
That's a voice recording.
Okay, I'm sorry, lady. I don't care. I need to... Here we go.
Am I a bad person? Because the more you didn't like it, the more I enjoyed it. I loved how much you hated it. Turned me on. Are you seriously so offended I strangled you a little bit? You didn't pass out. Chill the out. Jesus Christ. I thought you were cool. What's wrong with you?
The accuser included a...
Alright, this is a crazy way to consume this. It's annoying because none of these YouTube reporters or whatever include the full recording. Anyway, okay. Suffice to say, I don't think you need to hear him saying the worst parts of this. But yes, there is a whole lot of... God, I remember when this first came out, there's so many damn sympathizers. I want the full audio and whole context behind this entire case and the evidence against Tate. Audio is not liable in court because it can be tampered with or faked entirely. This was the big narrative that this was AI. And okay, maybe it is. But people who say it's obviously AI, I have to completely and utterly disagree. It's not obvious at all. Now, back to these alleged correspondences. One sec. Ooh. This is another relevant passage, I would say. On March 30th, 2021, the Romanian police authorities were informed that during November 2020, a minor was recruited by the loverboy method by the defendant, Tristan Tate, for the purpose of exploitation by inducing her to practice prostitution. On April 7th, 2021, the complaint was registered with DICOT, Romania's organized crime unit, currently prosecuting the Tate brothers for human trafficking. This is 1 year prior to the April 22nd raid involving Jane Doe. This is an entire circumstance that would take a while to break down, but effectively, we are now going to jump ahead to this alleged involvement with a minor, okay, which, again, is not for the faint of heart, I wouldn't say. One consistent demand both Tate brothers make is that a woman they are grooming engage in group sex. They will ask or demand that she has a threesome with him, one of them, and one of the women that have been with him for years, a bottom or an enforcer. Once she gives in, this further enmeshes her in their circle. Yep, that's what it is all about, by the way. That is what it is all about. These guys are looking for domination. They're looking for complete control over these individuals, not to treat them like humans. They literally would tattoo. They would get these women to tattoo on their bodies property of Tate. Doesn't get more fucking overt than that. They did not view them as individual people with individual thoughts beyond what was an inconvenience to them, beyond what needed to be circumvented and navigated in order to crush their spirit and own them as much as they humanly could. Anyway. And then they claimed that that's what they wanted. Isn't that beautiful? God, there's so much here. My God, this is really... It's like, yeah, Jesus. Here's another little tidbit that we can kind of gloss over. The Tate brothers basically would brag or like overtly manipulate the money supply that these women were allocated, okay? Which is really fucking dark, okay? Because not only were these guys the women's lovers, right? Like that was, again, the whole lover boy method. This was what Andrew Tate was actively advertising himself as because this was the course that he was selling. He was selling a course on how to make women fall in love with you. This was his competitive advantage as like a pimp or whatever the fuck. Not only was he their lover, but he was their landlord, okay, because he'd fly them out and they'd stay in his compound, right, where he obviously has a hell of a lot of leverage, and he was their employer. Dangerous fucking trifecta. That's a lot of control to have over one person's life. Anyway, and so here are their correspondence. Gotta send Big another grand, shoot her. She said you said she gets 40% and she needs the money for something. Just say yes, I'll send. Pay her 30% and say it's 40. I sent her 30. Work out genuine 30% and pay that an FTB. She's saying no, you paid 10%. Talk to her. She's coming back at me with math. Bro, I paid her 30. Blame exchange rates. How much of her money came in? Pay 30 legit and say it's 40 and blame exchange rates. You admitted the crime. This was the third time she had chased me. What can I say then? Yep, you told her a percentage. My girl don't know a percentage. I told you before she gets 30 and think it's 40. Again, this was they literally just overtly lied. They don't care. Even though these are supposed to be the women they care the most about in this world, they are literally the source of their income. And these are, people who they advertise as being in love with and whatever. They don't care. They just lie, okay? Because it serves them. Oh man, it gets even worse, bro. Well, you might not be able to kill an idea. You sure as hell can kill a person.
Bad faith? Sounds kind of cool, to be honest. I think I'm gonna make that my first merch line.
It's been such a long time coming.
Rule 1 is don't give a percentage. Here's him basically just saying a bunch of, shit about these people. So before you accuse me of fucking up, I don't give numbers or admit token amounts. Cool. So this is a little bit of static that you're seeing between the Tate brothers. They're basically, Andrew's annoyed with Tristan, Tristan's annoyed with Andrew because he gave a percentage, and apparently it seems like these women actually did have a little bit of autonomy and they were registering, are these guys fucking skimming from us? And they were. Abby is still in the dark. Blame me if you like, but we need to not pay 40 in the future. Cam needs to be profitable. Ay. Also, Viv is asking me about wages. Say ask you? No, work out what we owe her at 30% and say you'll send. Tell me how much. The callousness with which the Tate brothers view these women, facts, and evidence that their claims of love are false can be demonstrated in the below conversation where Andrew Tate casually mentions Vivian had a miscarriage of presumably his child. And his reaction was to express relief that they have other income and are not fully reliant on webcam because she was not able to work. He then called her a moron for being distraught. Tristan Tate was more concerned about their pet dogs than Vivian. The below conversation occurred in December of 2019. Tristan, I gotta give him voices now. This is more fun. It'll just be easier to differentiate. Let's see if I can do this. Gotta pay Viv and Abby. How much each? Gotta log into MFC, my free cams, and check. Not much, it was Dubai vacation time. Viv lost baby, and she had a mental breakdown, went Kosaki. Moron. Thank God Cam isn't the staple. So she's in Kosaki right now? No. Which dog did she take? She's bleeding a lot. She's going in a few days. Oh, sorry. She's bleeding a lot. She's going in a few days. Abby's coming to England to meet me. Days. Make her take G and Loca. Dogs go to dog hotel. Sorted. Abigail Tyson, referred to as Abby, is a longtime victim of Tristan Tate and the mother of at least one of his children. Upon information and belief, Tristan Tate uses Abby to help him groom and manipulate other victims, for example by engaging in threesomes. Regarding her, the Romanian authorities allege, oh boy, from October 2016 to May 2022, the named Tristan Tate, by deceiving about his intention to establish a love, marriage, cohabitation relationship, and the existence of real feelings of love, the falsehood of these love feelings is evident from the fact that the named Tristan Tate, in the same time period, was trying to recruit multiple victims in parallel, using the same loverboy method. Recruited the named Tyson Abigail, whom, after gaining her trust and causing her to fall in love with him, through moral coercion, emotional blackmail, he sexually exploited by inducing her to engage in pornographic acts for the production and distribution of pornographic material. Basically, this is one of Tristan Tate's, as they put it, baby mamas, okay, who basically, after, yes, being absolutely used and abused and manipulated by Tristan Tate, went a little bit rogue. She was not happy with Tristan Tate's treatment of her, which she shouldn't have been, okay, but she had a child, right? And there is clips that exist of Tristan Tate talking about how, because of this woman misbehaving and kind of going rogue, he's basically like saying, because of her, our child will not be able to have a beautiful garden to play in, because he downgraded her home. He stopped like paying for her home or some meta like that. Text messages from 2019 show that Tristan Tate controlled all the money from what Abigail earned on webcam, and she was not even aware of what percentages she was receiving. Furthermore, Abigail's webcam earnings were Tristan Tate's main income at the time. You ready? No, I'm at Abby's house. She's super sick. Alone in the house, thinking of going hospital. It's Bush League, but I gotta go. What? Bro, I'm losing my fucking minds, guys. No, I'm going to Abby's house. She's super sick. Alone in the house, thinking of going to hospital. It's Bush League, but I gotta go. What? Bro. Yeah, type whatever. She's my main income. Viv's gone too. Oh, Viv's gone too. You two have been in Istanbul. I know it was shit. And last night I was with Adriana. Wait there 2 minutes. She's super sick. If she goes hospital alone, she will resent me. Going to her house. See, the way that these guys, they operate is that they can't seem too sentimental. They can't seem to actually care about the people that they work with, that they live with, that they love or whatever. They cannot seem to care because that's seen as weakness. And so he has to basically say the justification for him taking the mother of his children, maybe not at this time, but eventually, was he's taking her to the hospital because if he doesn't, she will resent him. So it's like framed as almost like, in the long term, I need to do this because otherwise she will go rogue, right? Not because I care about her. Can't you take her out? Gotta wait for BMW anyway. No, she's actually sick. Ay, God. Whee! Alright, I do want to jump to, there's so much here, man. What a mess. This is another thing. Tate is just a totally shameless black, what's it called? Gaslighter, okay? He doesn't care. When he is trying to get something out of a woman, he will say whatever he thinks will get him that thing. And we have seen this in the form of leaked videos, okay? Leaked videos of Andrew Tate basically completely admitting that he would just make bullshit up to appease women. And this is another example of that. The girl who moved, lost her support network at home, cemented her move. Talking about staying forever, can't wait for me to come back, etc., etc. So had to tighten the screw. So I said somebody in her old town told me she worked in a sex club. I literally totally made this up from the sky. Started calling her a liar and threatening to kick her out. But the real goal is for her to agree to never go anywhere without me. Not even her hometown. I need her working. Not visiting friends back in her hometown. And so, literally, him admitting, almost in a lot of ways they like to brag about how big a piece of shit they are for some reason. That's just earns you swag in their circles. This is him literally stating that he created a complete fabrication in order to destabilize the mental state of this woman, in order to further isolate her, to precipitate his domination of her, okay? He created this lie to isolate her, to make it so that she is fearful that if she interacts with anybody without the presence and approval of Andrew, that her world will fall apart. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, this is just basically them. They would get women who are already in their circles, who are already inducted into their little cult. They would get those women to basically start playing the bad cop to the other women, right? Whereas they get to play the good cop. A lot of fucking twisted shit, man. Here's where we get to the worst, in my opinion. There's a lot that's bad. I don't think it's really a competition, but this is some insane shit, man. Tristan Tate's text messages show that in 2020, he had sex with a 16-year-old child. And even when he confirmed her age, he continued the relationship. Romanian police were informed on March 30th, 2021 that Tristan Tate was attempting to recruit this minor victim into sexual exploitation via webcam pornography. He is still under investigation for attempting to traffic this child. Tristan Tate's text messages with the minor victim demonstrate that he was employing his usual modus operandi to groom this child. And again, this is a warning because this is about to be some of the worst messages I've seen personally in relation to this case, and there's a lot of bad things to unpack in this case. So here we go. Oh my god, dude. Okay. You will sleep at my house tonight? Only if you want me to. but I need to know because I can only leave at 6. Let me make a plan. Yes, you can stay, but it was my plan to meet some girls tonight. Some girls who I will hire to work for me at my new video chat studio. Okay, no problem. So be nice to them, okay? Smiley face. Okay, I can do that for you. Good girl. And if they want to sleep with us, I can just sleep somewhere else. You're crazy. I know. I know. You'll never share me with another girl? Even for one night? If I share you with someone, that's not a relationship for me. I'm so sorry. That was the victim. My bad. If I share you with someone, that's not a relationship for me. I understand. I want a relationship with you. But some couples have threesomes and bring another girl. I think it's normal. But if you're not into it, okay, we will not. Thank you, my love. Thank you for respecting me. But we can do anal sex tonight. Smiley face. Oh, Jesus, dude. This is insanity. Oh, God. The atrocities. The atrocity exhibition begins. Me and you only? Yep, we can do that. Did you before? Nope, never. Good. But you will do it for me. Heart emoji. I love that. Yes, I will do anything for you. All my life. Good girl. You make me happy. Somebody commented that I was doing a Colossal's crazy impression. That's not my goal. Okay, I'm just going for creepy British impression, alright? I don't know. You tell me if I'm... The real thing is just that I do not want to read this in my own voice, okay? So that I don't want anyone to train an AI in the future based on these kinds of correspondences, okay? Please. Please. I'm just reporting this, fuck. I want you to face the fucking mirror, the reality of these fucking idiots, man. How predatory. It's not just that they're idiots, right? That's downplaying it. Predatory, these guys are. Later, Tristan messages her. Send me a photo of your ID, or tell me how old you are. He almost, so funny, he almost like does something respectable, which is like, let me prove she's of age. And then he's like, well, or just tell me. And then she basically admits, it's likely that something happened in between these messages. I'm fucking 16. So why did you lie? Because I wanted to have you. I was afraid of telling the truth. You know, in Romania, the legal age for sex is 15, right? I would have been so scared. I wouldn't have been so scared. Maybe I wouldn't have had you. But you could have been honest. Maybe I wouldn't have. I see, so he, at this point, has already slept with her. So this is him realizing, basically, that the person he slept with is 16 years old. And again, this is just based on her words. Maybe she sent an ID, but who knows? I know that. But I'm still underage. And in 2 months, I'm 17, so it's still not okay. Underage for what? Porn? Yes. But we didn't make porn. I'm sure of the fact you wouldn't be with a girl that is not even 18. I'm really sorry because I kept that from you. Unfortunately, as sure of the fact as she was, that is certainly not a reflection of the reality. Anyway, here we go. So what do we do now? I want to be with you. I don't know about you anymore. That's why I was hiding my age. The only reason, I was afraid to lose you. But still, you lied to me. I feel really bad about it. I always felt like... I'm very sorry. It was the only thing I kept from you. What else did you lie about? Oh, so you didn't lie about something else. How can I trust you? I want you to trust me again. What can I do for that? A few things. Okay, tell me. You want to be with me forever? Yes, I promise that to you. We will talk in person. But I need to punish you. Oh, God, this is fucking just... Also, you must show me your ID to see your age. I'll bring it to you so you can see it and trust me. I still need to punish you. I'll come back to you on Tuesday so we can talk. For the next 10 times we have sex, it's only in your ass. Jesus Christ, bro. Okay, alright. Okay, I deserve it. You never had anal sex before me, right? Never. Before we do it, you must prepare properly for it, so it is more comfortable. Okay? It's what porn girls do, and video chat girls too, to make it easier. Okay. Google how to prepare for anal sex, and buy the things that you need, okay? So it feels more comfortable for both of us. Next time I see you, I want you to be ready. Later. I'm mad at you. I know, I'm mad at myself too. I always was. I'm so sorry, Tristan. Sorry. The demon fucking escaped. Believe me. We will see. If you do everything I ask, I'll keep you and trust you with time. I always do that. I have nothing to hide from you anymore. It was a mistake. This is actually so fucking sad and pathetic. It's insane. It's insanity. Oh my god, imagine the reaction to finding out that the woman that you have been, I guess, courting or whatever, is underage, 16, right? Obviously, he points out it's the Romanian age of consent. Tristan is, I believe, as far as I'm aware, he has an American citizenship. I believe there are laws against Americans going abroad and having sex with underage people that would be considered underage in most parts of America, but I'm not a lawyer. Point is, though, his reaction is not, it's not even disgust. Oh, it's not even like cutting off this person. The reaction is, how can I leverage this, make her feel as bad as possible about it, and use it to exploit her? Leverage it as ammunition in his conquest, bro. It's fucking actual fucking blackpilling. This is just so fucking awful. It's just awful that boys look up to this fucking loser, man. Anyway, first we will see next week. If you obey me about anal sex, I will. I ordered the stuff. Good girl. Tristan Tate is also under investigation for trafficking a young woman who was only 18 at the time and still in high school. Tristan Tate had a sexual relationship with her, and ultimately he groomed her and began exploiting her on webcam. Obviously, this was the funnel. He probably would have, or maybe did, do the same thing with the 16-year-old when she, I guess, became of age, or maybe even not. I don't know. But point is, this is the cycle. Tristan Tate had a sexual relationship with her and ultimately groomed her into exploiting her on webcam. This victim shared being previously exploited at 16 years old, and Tristan Tate's immediate response was to groom and lure her to participate in webcam for him. Text messages from March of 2020 demonstrate this. I've actually been through these before, and yes, they're brutal. She basically reveals a kind of story about how somebody who apparently was kind of vaguely in the circles of the Tates had prior basically abused or manipulated or used her. Okay, she basically was trying to kind of confide in Tristan as what she thought was like a good man. And what did he do? Basically the exact same fucking thing. And he basically leveraged that to use it against her, like basically, you know, implying he used it as a way to gain further entrench control over her. But yeah, Tristan Tate is also under investigation for grooming Ukrainian refugees into his webcam pornography operation. For example, the Romanian authorities preferred audio messages from Tristan Tate to support these allegations. Tristan Tate: I need a plane ticket for a girl from Ukraine, possibly to work. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother. You know how it is in this business. If someone wants to do it for a month or two, it's not worth it. So, two of them say they want to stay in Romania. They want to live in Bucharest. So I'm going to work with these two. I'm going to put them in my agency, but the other, who say, I want to stay here 2 months, 3 months, after which I might go to Italy or Spain, that's not worth it. They'll leave for Italy or Spain, and they'll find another job, and that means they'll waste my time. And to help them, haven't you seen my Instagram reels? I've been by cars 4 times. 5 times almost to the border with Ukraine, to bring clothes and shoes and candy and food for all the refugees. And I paid for all the hotels in Galati for many months, so that everyone, all families can stay there. I helped them enough. I don't need to put them all on OnlyFans. I'll put some, but not all. I am curious about the context of this exchange. I don't think it's made explicit. Romanian authorities preferred audio messages from Tristan Tate to support these allegations. Interesting, my bad. So audio messages, I'm not sure exactly who to or where from or whatever. But yeah, you're reading this correctly. He is basically kind of, in a weird way, talking about how he's only interested basically in dominating or using or employing women in the long term, which on paper obviously sounds like a rational thing for a business owner to want, right? But their methods, of course, are just absolutely brutal. And he's basically kind of trying to leverage in a weird way the charity, I guess, that he's done for Ukrainian refugees, but then also saying basically and kind of revealing very clearly in a weird, just gross fucking way that he views this as an opportunity to scout and enlist potential employees or models or whatever for him to, bring into his orbit, which Sounds awful, but anyway. Regarding one of these victims, Tristan Tate was in complete control over her OnlyFans account, and she had to ask Tristan Tate for money whenever she needed anything. She even shared with Tristan Tate that she had been misled and exploited on OnlyFans previously. Like his other victims, she was in love with Tristan Tate, and believed that she was in a romantic relationship with him, and he was only having her do OnlyFans to help her support herself financially. Right, he's doing them a favor! He's doing them a favor. Text messages from November and December of 2022 demonstrate this. KY bought a winter coat because it was cold and that was all the money she had. She had to ask Tristan Tate for money from her OnlyFans account to get by. She was also living in one of Tristan Tate's properties with other women under his control, including Ismina and Beatrice. Today, go to the Bitcoin ATM in Banazia Mall. I can only get you money this way for now. What is the plan for Christmas? You know that we have Christmas on the 7th of January, not on the 25th of December, but I really want to visit them. You're not visiting Ukraine. You're a refugee, and the winter war will get bad. You know my sad time when I had an OnlyFans and how I was deceived. At the moment, this is my only source of income. At least I need to understand how things are going there. I know Betty's account is run by the same translator as mine, and she knows how her account is working, and I don't know anything. Not how much I earn, not what my name is, nothing. I need to understand how much I should expect per month because I also have bills that I have to pay. And if this is not enough for me, then I should look for another source of income in Romania, not TikTok. I need to understand how much I expect to live a month. Understand me, please. So you know I'm not like these Ukrainian idiots, right? Of course I understand this. My earnings for you are nothing. It makes no sense for you to do this. Yes, just to keep you and give you some money to use. Smiley face. I mean that you are a busy man, and the last thing you want to think about is how does Liza live and buy her own food, pay her bills in Romania. Therefore, it is unpleasant for me to constantly disturb you with my questions. It makes perfect sense, bro. He's trying to maintain such an unhinged level of control over her life, which is a very high level of control to own her income in this way. For her to basically be completely reliant on him to fucking feed, clothe herself and all this. Very high lack of autonomy here. And the reason that Tristan does, she's basically pointing out, yo, this is a pain in the ass for you too. And this is something I would emphasize. A lot of what the Tate brothers emphasize and reinforce and advertise, this is not an ideal lifestyle for them either, okay? It just really isn't. Certainly, they are the greatest beneficiaries in these dynamics, at least in the short term, right? But think about it, man. What happens when you have complete control over somebody's life? First of all, that is a lot of responsibility, and if you mistreat that responsibility, there can be damn dire consequences, okay? And more than likely, you will, right? This is not something to aspire toward at all in any way. But if you have complete control over somebody, if you're dominating them, there's two paths in reality that can lead down, sometimes both. They either fall into a learned helplessness, okay, where basically they become despondent, they become, I guess you could say detached, they are depressed, their will for life is kind of faded, right? Because they just have no control. They feel like they can't really influence their own lives. They can't live it for themselves. They're living it for another person whom they don't even trust or feel like has their interest in mind. This is a very, very, very fucking saddening thing. It's a very heavy thing that, if you've ever experienced it, obviously weighs very negatively on somebody's mind, to feel like you have no control over your own life, no future, no prospects beyond a person who holds the keys. Fucking brutally alienating. And then the second way that this can manifest is fucking kicking and screaming, okay? And that's when the real destruction occurs, okay? Because rationally, if somebody has complete control over your life, if they're dominating you, they're fucking depressing you, all this stuff, at a certain point, you're going to look for avenues and ways and methods to regain even an ounce of control over your own life. Naturally, it makes perfect sense. You're going to try and become such an inconvenience to them that they release you from this captivity, right? And obviously, again, trying to manage this at this level is a whole lot of work, a whole lot of annoyance. It's such a lack of trust. It's insane. It's insane. It is insane. She's basically correctly identifying, yo, this is insane. Just let me fucking pay for myself. Why do you even want to put up with this? The answer is control. He wants complete control. Anyway, do not Allow these people to be your role models. That's all I'll say. You want people in your life who trust, respect, understand, and wish the best for you, who want to empower you, okay? This is not empowerment, bro. This is the opposite. These people want to take all of it from you. And, yeah, they are not willing to sacrifice in any way to empower you. They're willing to sacrifice to disempower you. They're fucking cruel. They're strange. Anyway, here we go. Andrew and Tristan Tate employ retaliation against their victims when they do not make enough money, or they push back, or when they leave. The Tate brothers punish their victims if they do not comply with their demands and try to damage their reputations, particularly in a public way, so that other women under their control see the consequences of resistance. This helps them control their victims. Below is one example from August 2022 of Tristan Tate instructing a woman under his control to retaliate against a victim who left his control. Tate, you still in Instagram? I am logged out now, but I grew the Instagram. Why? This is a woman, by the way, Naomi. This is one of his like underling women, you know what I mean, who's already in, and basically he's coordinating to undermine a woman who escaped their grasp. Wanted you to destroy it, but it's okay. Don't matter. Why? I can do. I changed the passwords. She's not in the account. Ruin it all. Delete all photos, lose all followers, burn it down, please. If you have time, post porn. Get banned. Oh, this is sick shit, man. This is sick. This is absolutely sick. So it's not even, oh my god. Once the people leave his control, his grasp, what does he do? He burns the fucking ground that they stood on. He tries to crush them so they come crawling fucking back. What a cruel piece of shit. Oh my god. Fucking loser, man. Ugh, God. Fucking Jesus. Anyway. Oh, fuck. This is dark, though. Unironically. Post-porn get banned. Like, fucking hell. Cool. I feel like burning stuff down. That's crazy, Naomi. You're no good. Porn adverts with escort rates. It will get banned. Escorting 100% illegal. Use photos of her. Oh my god. Use photos of her. No problem. We have loads of naked pic. Oh, fucking Jesus. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Okay. I think we get it, man. I think we get it. Pieces of shit. Amoral fucking actors. And behind their mask, behind their performance, what lies below? What lies beneath? What lies behind? Fucking nothing. A black hole of self-interest, bro. Fucking pathetic. What she's gone and done. She's gone forever. So is this other woman who's been redacted. Yes, so put all the explicit content on the story and feed, or just stories? Both. ASAP. I want the account banned, so she can never steal it. Yeah, man, you really need to fucking post naked images of her on there, man. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm good, man. It's sad. You know what's sad about this is that we got through maybe 10 pages, and bro, there is, oh my days, man. There's over 180 pages. That's your peek into the abyss for the day, man. That's quite fucking awful.